Hey everyone, this is our first video in quite a long time, all thanks to Nintendo, but that's another story. So I've been busy. I've been busy ordering from China. So obviously this arrived as a package from China, and I decided that instead of playing it on a TV screen, I decided I wanted to play it on a cabinet. But obviously there's difficulty with that. You can order online, you can spend £200 trying to create a cabinet, but I just wanted to create something that I could play on that was reasonably sturdy. I say reasonably because it's on top of a very tall table, which I've had to kind of sturdy up a little bit down here. But at the end of the day, we're looking at the cabinet. So what we've got is we've got a Pandora Box, the official one from 3A, or Pandora, whatever they're called these days. And this is simply plugged in via the HDMI and the power, and that's plugged in to a Dell 27-inch monitor, which has a frame on it. So there's the Dell 27-inch monitor, as you can see, all secured down so it can't move anywhere. I've got some kind of cable tidy things going on and some cardboard at the back. Also, I've got a speaker in there, a Bluetooth speaker that's connected up via a 3.5mm jack over this side. And I've got like a cupboard light, if you like, providing some light. So I can turn that on and off like that, and able to light this thing up at the front. So it's not perfect, nowhere near perfect, and I need to kind of go through a few iterations of this, but it's certainly a good first effort. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to position it, because it's still a work in progress job. I'll just ask my kind helper here, there we go, to bear with me while I reposition it. There we go. So that's how it's supposed to look. I've done this so that I can use the Pandora's box if I want to elsewhere. I mean, I do obviously have my my work computer over here. I could use it on that 27-inch monitor instead. But in terms of just a quick cabinet, I've decided to use this. So as you can see, this was just MDF. I've covered it in a black matte finish. Put some screws on, some screw caps there. As you can see, this is a very poor job. It's simply some plastic from if you like, a cheap picture frame, and behind it I've printed out, and that's why you can see these lines, and I've had to kind of glue the A4 sheets together. And again, a bit of a problem here when I put some sellotape there, but at the end of the day this is temporary, but I'll make it permanent at some point. And I've just put some electrical tape along here to tidy up the edges across the top. But I think you'd agree it's not looking too bad. And if you've not ever seen a Pandora's box before, definitely search YouTube for this. I'm going to give you a quick rundown. I have mounted actually on some MDF and kind of gotten something on there just to keep everything securely in place. And right at the very back, the reason you know it's an official Pandora's box is just because of that, really. It's if you like, a plastic box inside the main arcade stick case, and that can be upgraded at any time when there's a new one out. You can also see a USB adapter just on the far corner there, and that USB adapter can be used to load external games on there. So you can load, I've had Ridge Racer on this thing in the past and it's been reasonably good. So obviously inside here, I'll try and give you a view. So I'll just take the Bluetooth speaker out. So we've got the transformer that provides power to the Pandora's box. We've also got, just down the far end there, a four-way extension cord, and I've got my plugs plugging into the Pandora's box and the monitor. So I'm just going to put this back in and I'll give it a go and show you what it can do. Obviously, let's power it up there. Okay, so I'm going to get some help. And we'll start with some favourites. So this Pandora's Box 6 is the official one. You can favourite certain games. So what I've done, because Capcom are bringing out an arcade stick, I favorited the games from the Capcom arcade stick. So one of the ones I've been playing recently is 1944. So as you can see, it looks quite nice as you zoom out there a little bit just to capture the marquee on top. So I think you'd agree that looks quite good. I mean, the effort that I put into this, probably all in all, was about 6 hours in between football matches and watching TV, taking care of family. But let's so I can put some credits on. hit start. And I'll also hit start from player 2, even though I haven't got somebody to help me at the moment. So as you can see, it's really, really nice. Not quite as sturdy as what I'd like. The legs of the table are a bit too long. I really need to kind of think about a solution to keep it at this height. And be able to play it stood up. The nice thing about this is I can also just position it on a coffee table and play it sat down as well, which is okay. It does kind of disrupt the family's watching of TV and things like that. So yeah, really, really nice this, just to be able to play arcade games, and I think it looks the part as well. So the nice thing is with the Pandora's Box is you've got a pause button. You can pause it and then exit. The not so nice thing about it is it doesn't have like a save state, which I'd really like, because I keep having it come back to the same games and playing them from the start again and again and again. So let's take a look at something else. Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting. That's all very well and good, but I think we can do better than that. I think we've got loads of King of Fighters. My personal favourite of the Street Fighter 2 series was Super Street Fighter 2. So let's go and put that one up. Of course, I haven't got a coin slot. I don't think we'd need one here, but you just hit the coin button on the Pandora's Box to insert another credit. So let's go. Let's see what I can pull off. Want to be boring? Be Ryan. Let's see if I remember what to do here. There we go. Guile and his double kick. That wasn't too difficult now, was it? See, the nice thing about this, it's 1,300 games. There are a couple of repeats on there, here and there, but nothing too serious. I'll just come out of that. Just quickly showing you what you can do. You hit start, you can then view the fighting games, the action, shooting, sports, and puzzle games. Or you can go across and look alphabetically at the games in there. So if you're looking for a particular game like Mortal Kombat, hit M, and then you hit right to jump down a page. And you can keep jumping down a page there and get to Mortal Kombat, which hopefully is in here somewhere. There we go. So one of my favourites was Mortal Kombat 2. And again, being really boring, Liu Kang. As I've said, this is the Pandora's Box 6. It can play better games than the standard 2D games. There are some 3D fighters on here, and I have put PlayStation 1 games on this thing. I've put Final Burn Alpha games on this thing, and there are this is generally, it was very quick, a MAME emulator there. Okay, so I found the block. I think I'm going to lose this one. There we go, maybe not. I did better than I thought would then. Okay, one last one, let's see if we can get him in. Okay. Oh, he's being tricky. I'm not sure about the button mapping, so I'm going to have to be careful here. No, not good enough to do a finisher on that one. But I think you'll agree it's not too bad. I'll just take the camera back now. So yeah, bit of improvement work to do up here. I could probably give you the plans for this and put them online somewhere. But yeah, 27-inch monitor, standard Pandora's Box, delivered from China. And just a little bit of time to put this kind of thing together. So it's all right, it's not too bad. As you can see, it could be better. And I'll continue working on this until I've got a full-size arcade cabinet. My wife doesn't really want me to have one because I've got a fairly small house. So it's just a question of working on her and getting that. But I'm going to go through the games now and just show you what there is on here. Okay, so what have we got? Hit start, let's go back. So all the way down to the bottom and then back round, and then we'll start from the beginning. So after your favorites, which always appear at the top, we have fighting games, a lot of King of Fighters there, some S&K games. So all of these ones with the, if you like, the blue swords are all fighting games. So there's quite a few of those. Looks like there's about 218, it says. Then you've got kind of like your Metal Gear Slug, which more are your action games, your platformers, your shoot 'em ups. They take us up to approximately, here we go, 551. And then after that, you've got your R-types, your shmups, Loop Master there, which is a game I've been playing a lot recently. R-type. And they take us up to around, let's have a look, 849. Then you've got a section that's sport, if you like. Now, so it's not just soccer. As you can see, there's always a video preview on here. But it's not just soccer games like Super Sidekicks 2. We've also got games such as OutRun on here, which is one of my favorites from back in the day. Let me quickly find that one. I say quickly. It usually takes me a while, but that's the whole point of the favorites. But if 3A are watching, one of the things that they could really do to make this better is have a save state. Because there's so many times that I've kind of had to quit the games and wanted to come back to them later, and there is no save state. So playing this with one hand is going to be difficult, but I'll give it a go. I'm just wondering if I can get something a little bit better for the top, maybe a single sheet that goes across there. Maybe even the OutRun banner. Okay, so let's go for Sound Shower. It wants the start button, okay. Turn it, hit start. So I've no idea how I'm going to do this with one hand, but let's give it a go. Actually playing it through the camera as well. I'd like to change gear. There we go. Was that change gear? Was that change gear? There we go. So it's really easy to put extra games on here. All you do is take out that USB stick that you would have seen at the start of the video. That's what comes with it. And then you just load additional games on there and dump them in a folder on the USB stick. I think we knew that was coming. But yeah, really good this one. Thanks for watching this first video in quite a long time. I'll try to get back to business in future, but I just need to stay away from some of the Switch homebrew that Nintendo seem to be quite hot on at the moment. Okay, guys, take care, and until later, thanks for watching Turbo Time.